Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya. If you've never been here before, welcome. I make vlogs and bookish content and I would love if you stuck around and hit that subscribe button. I post twice a week. Today we are going to be doing a book haul. I went to 2 used book sales this weekend, and I also have some that I bought brand new when they were released and for my birthday and things like that that I haven't shown in a sit-down video yet. You may have seen the odd one in a vlog, but that's okay. So I thought I would do a little haul for you guys. So we'll get started with the used books. So the first sale we went to was Crossroads Market. They were doing a fundraiser for the Reset organization of Calgary. They provide support and safe housing to women and girls exiting sexual exploitation and sex trafficking situations. So this one was at the Crossroads Market and we went on Saturday, and I got 6 books there. So the first book that I got was This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I love F. Scott Fitzgerald and I have not read this one. I don't think it has it doesn't say what it's about, so I'll look it up in a sec and let you know. But this was published in 1929. And I just love his writing, so I figured I'd like it. Let me look at what it's about. This is on my TBR actually. Woohoo, go me. Okay, so this is his first novel, and it's a semi-autobiographical story of the handsome, indulged, and idealistic Princeton student Amory Blaine. This really does not give actually any context of what the story is about, but it's kind of like an autobiography of him, and I love F. Scott Fitzgerald. You can't really go wrong. Then they had all 3 books in the Hunger Games series in this same kind of edition, so I picked up all 3. I love this series. Well, I don't like Mockingjay, but I really like the other 2. And I wanted to just have like all 3 to match to go on my shelves. I don't think I have, I know I don't have Mockingjay anymore from my original. I might have Catching Fire, and I have a paperback of the Hunger Games somewhere, but I just wanted them all to match. And they'll also match my Serpents and Snakes or whatever the prequel is copy. So I wanted to grab these, and like all the books were like $3, so you can't really go wrong. And I would love to reread the series at some point, but we'll see when that happens. Then I picked up The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood because I still have not read this, and like the fact that I haven't is kind of a tragedy, and it's extra relevant right now, so I thought I'd pick this up. This is about a dystopian society where women are entirely controlled by the government to just have babies, and yeah, it's not supposed to be a happy book, and I've never read anything by Margaret Atwood, so I might dislike it, but I'm pretty sure I've also picked this up at many used book sales and then promptly given it away at other used book sales, so we'll see if I get to this, but I have a copy now. And the last book that I got from there is Fantasyland: How America Went Haywire, A 500-Year History by Kurt Anderson. So this is kind of about how we got to where we are. It says, from the Salem witch trials to the Satanic Panic, from P.T. Barnum to Hollywood, from our fetish for guns to our obsession with extraterrestrials, our particular love for the fantastic has made America exceptional in the way that we've never fully acknowledged. But it's also kind of like a roast of like what's going on in the country. The print is really small, so I don't know when I'll get around to reading this, but I have heard good things, and I think it's been on my list for a little while, so we'll see. But that's a little nonfiction. Okay, now we'll move on to the books that I got from the Sunday book sale, which was at the Curling Club for CBC Reads, which is a charity that CBC has that helps kids get books and learn to read and get to experience the joy of reading. We go every year. This year it was extra long, and I think that by the time we went, just because I was sick and then things were happening, it was pretty much picked over, but I did get a few books from this sale. So the first one that I got is The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson, and I've heard really good things about this book. It basically combines two different stories from the 1800s in Chicago. The brilliant architect who built the World's Fair and the serial killer who used the fair to lure his victims to their death. So that sounds very interesting, and yeah, I think it'll be really interesting. Again, it's the same, you'll see here, the same kind of theme of like the extravagance of America and trying to be the best all the time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. Also, this copy looks like practically brand new, so that's great. Next, I picked up this book, and it's called Schools for Scandal, and it's by Vanity Fair. So the inside dramas at 16 of America's most elite campuses, and it talks about, it's a bunch of different essays about different schools in the US and Oxford, and it says, the stories collected here speak to an American obsession with status and to the lengths we will go to achieve it, preserve it, or destroy it. From the enduring and shadowy influence of Yale's secret societies to the infamous senior salute at St. Paul's School, from the false accusations in the Duke's lacrosse team's infamous rape case to the misreportage of a sexual assault at the University of Virginia, from a deadly extreme sport episode at Oxford to the Keystone Cop theft of a college's rare books to the allegations of fraud by the now shuttered Trump University. So I think this will be super interesting. I love reading about scandals, and I love reading about US colleges because it's definitely a very specific American thing. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'll leave this one for last. Next, I got The Year of Voting Dangerously, The Derangement of American Politics by Maureen Dowd. So this book is a bunch of essays about her time covering the 2016 election. And she's covered both Trump and Hillary for decades. But apparently she writes in a style that's very satirical and comedic, and so I think that this will be really interesting. But again, just another one. I basically rated the political section of this book fair. I couldn't find anything in the fiction that I liked, so. And then lastly for that, I got War on Peace, The End of Diplomacy and the Decline of American Influence by Ronan Farrow. So Ronan Farrow is a writer for The New Yorker, and this book is about US foreign policy and kind of his firsthand experience as a former State Department official and all these different kind of scandals that have led from to the decline of American influence, which I think is particularly telling in this time. So again, another one that I'm excited to read. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'm excited to read that. Also, my dad and I both got like a bag full of books, and they were charging by the bag. So I got 5 or 6 from this sale, and so did he, and it was $20, which is insane. The last book that I got used is called The Worst Hotel in the World, and I can't figure out what this book is. I saw it in the humor section. I picked it up. The art in here is just like really cool. It's very pop art style. But like I just cannot tell if it's like a legit negative review of this hotel or what. The Hans Brinker Budget Hotel in Amsterdam. Like I flipped through it in the book sale too, and I can't figure out what it's about, but the art is so beautiful that I wanted to grab it, and if I don't like it, I can just kind of take some of the art out of the book and use it as art. Yeah, it's weird, but it called to me, so I picked it up. So those are all of the used books I got, and then I just have a few that I've picked up over the last couple of months that are not used. So the first one is I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. This one just came out at the beginning of the month, and I actually don't know at all what it's about. I know that it's a YA book. It's her first YA. She's kind of like a instant buy author for me now. Also, this is the Indigo exclusive version. The other colors are green and I want a purple. So let me look at this. So she wants to win valedictorian. She's in her last year of high school, but Shara Wheeler is like her rival, but then they kiss and she disappears. So they have to try and like figure out where she went. So a little mystery, a little romance. I will be reading this next month because I'm gonna do as many LGBTQ plus novels as I can for Pride Month. The next book that I read is purchased is Vladimir by Julia May Jones. This one is relatively new and very popular right now. And it's basically about our main character, who is an English professor at a school, and her husband is also, but he is under investigation for relationships with his former students. And even though they kind of had like they kind of have an agreement to this, but then she finds herself falling in love with a new person who arrives on campus. Yeah, it sounds like kind of dark academia vibes. It's short too, which is good. How many pages? 238, yeah. So that'll be a quick read, but yeah, I've been really interested in this and very intrigued by the cover for a long time. So I grabbed that. Then I grabbed Tripping Arcadia by Kit Mayquist. This one was recommended to me on TikTok, and this is about a woman who drops out of school and she goes to work as a nanny for one of Boston's most elite families, or maybe, yeah, nanny slash like caregiver. But then she starts to discover all of these secrets and she starts falling in love with one of the family members, and yeah, there's a lot of mystery. It's called a gothic novel, so I'm very excited for this one, and I think I'll probably try and get to this next month too, because it is a lesbian relationship. Ooh, let's see what's under the dust jacket. Oh, I love that color combination. I'm kind of wearing it. Anyway, I grabbed that one. And then the last two I picked up super recently. One of them is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. I'm sure you've been seeing this everywhere. I don't like graphic novels, so I didn't pick this up originally, but I watched the show and I loved the show and I just want more. So I was like, you know what? I will do it. I will go for it. Since the thing I don't like about graphic novels is I feel like I don't get a lot of like background of a story, but since I've seen the show now, I feel like I have enough context to be able to read it. So I just grabbed the first one. We'll see if I grab any of the others, but I loved the show, and if you have not seen it, you should. It is beautiful and just like perfection in so many ways. So grabbed that. And then the last book on this haul is Forbidden City. I have been waiting for this book all year. It was supposed to come out a couple months ago and then it was delayed. But this book is about a girl who is recruited to the Communist Party in China, and she kind of becomes like Mao's, well, the chairman. I don't know that it, yeah. She becomes his like protege and lover, and then heroine of the Cultural Revolution. So I think this is going to be super interesting. I might even get to it this month, but like I won't get to it this month, but I would like to. But I just really find the Mao dynasty super interesting, and I think this will be a really interesting look into it from a kind of different perspective. So this is the last book that I picked up recently. Yeah, that's it for the haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these books, which ones you think that I should pick up, and that is all. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you think I should pick up, hit that subscribe button, follow me on my socials down below, and I'll see you later this week with a vlog. Bye!